Um, this is another obvious manipulation. um, so nasty. The reason why I take picture of what they do to me is because they want you to be subscriptive of things. Throughout today, they play with my libido. They arouse me in so many disturbing ways to torment me. They use these tactics to disturb me. Actually, this thing is so systematic that you hear others talking about it. The way they do things are so systematic. Like, it's just like it's non-stop systematically doing the same thing. It's like a repetition of the same tactic, and then you hear the same trash try to counter reality, try to block out reality, and try to make you be subscriptive. Here's the typical things that you heard me say before. I experienced some kind of stimulation. Then they come in, it's like, we proved it. You're gonna get knocked out. He's gonna stab you. You're gonna get raped. You're gonna get killed. Then you die. And they do that because they want you to be accepting of this. Because the reality is this. These people know that I'm never gonna subscribe. And they want that repetition to brainwash me into accepting this. Now look at what happened here. Actually, before this happened, they were messing with me. They've been playing my libido to the point where you are so aroused throughout the day that you try to find ways to kind of remove that arousal. They did these things where they were making me think of this kid, make me think of her little eyes, and then making me have sexual stimulations, and it's nasty. And they've been doing all kind of stimulation all throughout the day. This was so nasty. And at one point they like make me think maybe you should watch, some adult content. And I was like, you know what? It's getting to that point where I need some kind of release. Because it's disgusting. They're playing my libido so much. It's just non-stop. You just get like non-stop arousals. But then, I'm like, okay, what they probably want to do is they want to mix things around. So I'm like, I'm okay. I'll try. But, I'll try to just be strong and find ways to just deal with it. And by the fact somebody was trying to make noise campaign, because they create those thoughts, right? They make you think, make you feel the stimulation, and make you think, you should do that. Throughout me is just being bad. And then I'm in bed. I'm just gonna go through people's storylines, and this guy wishes an happy birthday to this, a kid to me, 18-year-old kid, and he shows pictures of her when she's younger. Actually, the one picture is like when she's like 10, and then it's like, she looks like she's 10ish. Then maybe when she's like 12, 13, and then this picture where she's like maybe 15 or something like that. This is what she looks like. I doubt that she look like 15 in this picture. That's what she looks like. And she is her and her friend. Then I was looking on the side. I was not like trying to look away, but they were trying to make me look at her friend's legs. It was so nasty. I'm like, this is foul. I go back to look at her. It's like, oh my gosh, she's so sad. This is like a sweet kid, like a sweet 14-year-old girl. So sad. It's just like they're wholesome. Like, honestly, if I had children, I wish I had children that were as wholesome as like that kid looks. It's just like, she's just like definitely like a sweetheart kind of kid. But they were trying to get me to kind of try to look at her in a sexual way, try to find ways to look at her in a sexual. It's so sad. Very pretty, kid, whatever, but such a baby, and so wholesome in on top of that. But them trying to make me have a perception of them where I get like stimulation and look at them in a sexual way, when there's nothing sexual about them. They're very sweet kids and babies. Like, just, it's like and it's just nasty. But they're gonna try to make me look at them in a way that they try to make me feel sexual toward them. It's nasty, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing. They try to make me look at one of these kids' hips and try to create this thing. It's like, what? This baby's wearing like sweaters and big pants, and like it's just sad. But that's the things they do, and they want you to be accepting of this. Is what they want to do, and it's the things I'm gonna have to deal with for the rest of my life. I just gotta be strong. I gotta be understanding that my life is no longer mine. I am no longer me. I'm being manipulated to experience things that I will never experience organically or naturally. I will be able to see this for the wholesome picture that it is. Now, this disturbing reaction I'm getting, this disturbing way I'm being forced to be feeling sexual toward these babies. And in this case, I can call them babies, even though in this picture, probably 15-year-old, because they like super, like wholesome and sweet in this picture. Like, as in, like, very, like, just innocent. Very much baby-like people, like, you know. And just so nasty that they turn it into some nasty and disgusting things. So, for me, I will continuously tell and talk about what they do to me, because they want me to be accepting of the way they manipulate me. I'd rather die in hell than having my life consisting of trying to manipulate people to react toward children in these ways, and then die after having done that and involve myself in that kind of world.